Okay, guys, so 5.3a, a new section, a little bit different topic, kind of relating some kind of prior things from prior modules to what we've been working on in Mod 5. All right, so solve each, use a model if needed. Number one, a recipe for sauce calls for a ratio of 1 part butter to 3 parts chocolate. You want to make a total of 3 pounds of sauce. How much butter should you use? Okay, it's really important to understand this word parts. Okay, I know some of you guys probably have made that slime before, and some of you guys make big giant batches, and some of you guys make little batches. Okay, so parts could be cups, parts could be liters, parts could be gallons. Okay, so it's really important to understand the word part. Okay, so they talk about parts in this problem, then they talk about pounds. So in this problem, parts are related to pounds. Okay, so I always set up a word ratio. Get in the habit now. It doesn't say to do so, but it's going to help you in future problems. We've got butter happening in this problem, and we've got sauce happening in this problem. Okay, so I'm given, I've got 1 part butter to 3 parts chocolate. Now be careful. Together, that makes 4 parts of sauce. So I've got 1 part butter to 4 parts sauce, and we want to make a total of 2 pounds of sauce. Okay, so I need to look at, how does the 4 become a 2? And it gets multiplied by a half. Therefore, we're going to multiply this top by a half. Thank you. And we've got a half up here. So our answer is you will use a half a pound of butter. That's our answer. All right. The next 1, 2, 3 problems are very similar to this one. Okay, number 2, the lengths of 2 ribbons are in the ratio of 2 to 5. If the length of the longer ribbon is 20 inches, find the length of the shorter ribbon. 2 things going on in this problem in words. I've got a short one and I've got a longer one. Okay, so I've got 2 is the shorter one and 5 is the longer one. And then it says the length of the longer is 20 inches. Okay, notice that our parts 2 to 5, right? But now we're in inches. So this problem is in inches. That's the unit in this problem. All right, so here's our setup. And we're trying to find out what's here. Just like we found up here, we were trying to find out what value goes in for that. All right, so this needs to get multiplied by 4, therefore this will get multiplied by 4, making an 8. Okay, so our answer, the shorter ribbon, is 8 inches. All right, number 3. The lengths of 3 ribbons are in the ratio of 3 to 5 to 7. If the length of the longest ribbon is 42 centimeters, find the lengths of the other ribbons. All right, so small, medium, large, large. Okay, and this ratio, the units is centimeters. Okay, so we have 2 of these to do for this problem. We have to find the short piece and we have to find the medium piece. Okay, so I'm going to do short over long. Short over long is 3 over 7. And I'm given 42, and I'm trying to find out this value right here. Okay, so I'm multiplying this by 6, therefore I must multiply this by 6. Are you seeing that the short one is going to be 18? And we're in centimeters. Okay, the short ribbon is 18 centimeters. I'm going to put that in a box so it kind of stands out because I'm going to have a lot of stuff going on once I get my second problem done in this problem. All right, now I've got to do my medium one. Medium length ribbon over long. We always need to use the word long in this word ratio because we're given information on the long. Otherwise, we would have two unknowns and we can't figure it out. All right, so medium over long, I've got my 5 over 7 from this. My medium one is 5, my long one is 7. And I want this to be equal to 42. Okay, so I'm trying to find this out. And again, if I'm multiplying this by 6, I better multiply this by 6. So I hope that you see 5 times 6 would get us a 30 for that. So the medium ribbon is 30 centimeters. All right, last one like this. The ratio of the number of cars to the number of motorcycles is 6:2. If there are 30 cars, how many motorcycles are there? Okay, so we have had the unknown so far be on the top. The question mark has been on top. These could have been flipped and the question mark could have been on the bottom. It doesn't matter. Okay, let me demonstrate that here. So we've got cars and motorcycles. I could have done motorcycles over cars. Doesn't matter. All right, now 6:2. 6 is cars. Motorcycles is 2. Excuse me, I have to sneeze. Excuse me. 30 cars. All right, this time, our question mark's down here. It's the same process though. How do we get from 6 to 30 with multiplication? We multiply by 5. Same thing's going to happen there. So there are 10 motorcycles. All right, so let's look at number 5. Number 5, we have to do a model for this one. The ratio of the number of cars to the number of vans is 2:1. The ratio of the number of vans to the number of motorcycles is 3:5. Draw a model representing cars to vans to motorcycles. Okay, so we've got two cars to one van. All right, motorcycles. Motorcycles, we've got 5 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Motorcycle, motorcycle, motorcycle. And then we've got 3 vans. All right, so there's a model, okay? Now, if there are 25 motorcycles, how many cars? 25 motorcycles, how many cars? Okay, we don't have a direct relationship from motorcycles to cars. Okay, we're going to have to go motorcycles to vans and then vans to cars. So we've got 2 of these kinds of problems to put into this. Okay, so we've got motorcycles and vans, motorcycles and vans. And again, it doesn't matter if you did it the other way with vans on the top and motorcycles on the denominator. Okay. All right, so we've got motorcycles is going to be with the 5. Vans is with the 3. Remember the order, vans to motorcycles, vans, motorcycles. So make sure you get the 5 and the 3 in the right spots. Okay, now 25, there are 25 motorcycles. So that has to go up here. And we're trying to find this one. Okay, so this gets multiplied by 5. Well, then this needs to get multiplied by 5. So are you okay with 15 vans? Okay, but we haven't answered the question. Now we have to take the 15 vans and relate it to the cars because it wants how many cars. Okay, so we've got cars and vans now related. The number of cars is 2. The number of vans is 1, and I got that information from this part A right here. Okay, and we have 15 vans. Well, we need to find this. This gets multiplied by 15, therefore this gets multiplied by 15. Hopefully you're seeing there are 30 cars. There are 30 cars. Okay, explanation. If you have this work down, you're fine. Okay, that shows how you got the 30 cars. Find the number of cars to the number of vans to the number of motorcycles. Explain. Find the ratio. All right, so cars, vans, motorcycles in that order. 30 cars, 15 vans, 15 vans found here, and then 25 motorcycles. If we wanted to look at the reduced values of this, we could reduce these all by 3. Simplify these all by, not by 3, by 5. Okay, if we put a 5 into that, we'd have 6, 3, 5. All right, so I'm going to write a little sentence here. If the ratio of vans to motorcycles is 3 to 5 and cars is 2 times vans, then double the 3. Okay. All right, next page, guys. The ratio of the number of Rocio's postcards to the number of Troy's postcards is 2 to 7. Together, okay, if this is Rocio and this is Troy, together they're 9. Keyword together. Together they have 72. How many postcards does Rocio have? All right, so it's really important, you guys, to understand that we've got Rocio and we've got together or total. Okay, so we've got 2 for Rocio, 9 altogether, 72 altogether, and we're trying to find out how many Rocio has in this situation. So this would be multiplied by 8, and so would this. So are you guys good with 16? Rocio has 16 postcards. Okay, members of the book club voted for their favorite snack. 4 out of every 7 votes were for ice cream. The others were for fruit. Okay, be very careful. 4 is ice cream, 7 is total. That means 3 are for fruit. Let me say that again. 4 out of 7 were for ice cream. 4 goes to ice cream, 7 total, 3 then goes for fruit. If ice cream received 32 votes, how many votes did fruit receive? Okay, so we've got several ways we can do this. And you've got to think about parts versus whole. Parts versus whole, that's important, okay? Several ways to do this. Here's one way. Ice cream over total. So I've got 4 votes for ice cream over 7 total. And I want to know 32 ice cream. How many total? Okay, but that's not the answer. That's the answer for total, but we're asked for fruit. Okay, so if we multiply this by 8, this has to be multiplied by 8. So 56 total votes. So we would have to do 56 minus 32 to get 24 for fruit. Okay, that's one way to do it. Let's see if we can do this another way. Let's see if we can do this another way. Ice cream and fruit. Okay, it says 4 out of every 7 votes were for ice cream. So we've got 4 here. That means 3 are here. 32 were ice cream. This is our question mark. This gets multiplied by 8, and so does this, and that gets us our 24, right? Okay, there are 24 votes for fruit. Okay, so this is a great example, number 7, on how there are multiple ways sometimes to get to the answer, depending if you do a part over a whole or a part over a part. Okay. Okay, number 8, the ratio of time spent on homework to time spent on babysitting your little sister was 4 to 9 yesterday. Today, you spent double the amount of time on your homework, but you spent the same amount of time taking care of your sister. It took you a total of 204 minutes today for homework and babysitting. How many minutes did you spend on homework today? Okay, there's a lot going on in here. There is homework and babysitting yesterday in a total amount of time. And then today, there's homework and babysitting in a total amount of time. Okay, so let's look at this like this. Homework, babysitting, I'm just kind of making some notes, total, and this is yesterday. Yesterday homework was 4, babysitting was 9, therefore the total would be 13. Okay, now today it said double the amount of time on homework. That would be an 8, but the same amount of time on babysitting, and the total then would be 17. Okay, now we have all of our kind of numbers all set to work the problem out. Okay, so it says if you took a total of 204 minutes today for homework and babysitting, how much minutes did you spend on homework? So we're going to have homework over total, and this is really important to know that we're talking today. Let me put that in a box so it doesn't look like a fraction with 3 things. Okay, so homework today is 8, total today is 17, and then they give us this 204 value for the total. Okay, well this one's a little bit larger. So if I divide 204 by 17, that would end up being 12. So I need to multiply 17 by 12 to get 204. Therefore, I must multiply that by 12, and that gets me 96. So I'm looking for this, and that gets me 96. Okay, so you spent 96 minutes on homework today. All right, now number 9, I started doing this one by a model, so I have to kind of flip the page, scooch this up and then flip the page to look, and I started that one with a model. All right, so this guy, Joe and Connor, I think this one and number 10 are best by models. Joe and Connor have the same amount of money, and they talk about a third. So let's set, this is Joe's original money right here. And they have the same. This is Connor orig money right here. All right, now it says that Joe gives a third. So this is gone, and this is going to be Joe's now. And then we're going to tuck on that third for Connor, and this is Connor's now. Okay, so is it clear that you're seeing 2 pieces for Joe, 4 pieces for Connor? So the ratio of Joe, they want Joe to Connor. The ratio of Joe's money to Connor's money is 2 to 4, or we can simplify that 1 to 2, either way. All right, and this last one, half of Megan's money is 1/4 Allison's money. If Allison has $60 more than Megan, how much do they each have? Okay, again, a model is best for this one. Okay, this is Megan. And this is Allison. Okay, it says Allison has $60 more. Okay, I'm looking at half and I'm looking at fourths. Okay, so half for Megan and fourths for Allison. And it says that she's got $60 more. So those two have to be $60. Therefore, we're putting 30 in every box, and then we can answer the question. How much do they each have? So Megan has $60 and Allison has $120. Okie doke, guys. Thanks.